you, dear grade 7 students. How are you? I am happy and thankful to the Creator to know that you are in a good shape and safe with your loved ones in life. Today, you will be joined by your teacher, Mrs. Mary Rose Riceline J. Capisonda of Camarines National High School for a fun discussion. Are you ready to listen and watch? Great! Get your learning activity sheet in Mapeh, prepare your paper and pen, and let's get started. After this lesson, I hope you will be able to discuss or define the meaning and importance of physical fitness. Contextualize audiovisual instructional materials in Mapeh 7, Quarter 1, Week 2. MELT undertakes physical activity and physical fitness assessment PE7 PFIA-H-23. I am Mary Rose Riceline J. Capisonda, your teacher for today. Before that, let's have our prayer. Dear Lord and Father of all, thank you for today. Thank you for ways in which you provide for us all. For your protection and love, we thank you. Help us to focus our hearts and minds now on what we are about to learn. Inspire us by how your Holy Spirit as we listen and write. Guide us by your eternal light as we discover more about the world around us. We ask all this in the name of Jesus. Amen. Good morning again. Can you remember our topic last week? Correct! Our topic last week is all about the dimension of holistic health, wherein we have physical, mental, intellectual, emotional, social, and moral and spiritual. And also, we discuss about the stages of growth and development. And now, let's have our free test. Fill the missing letter to come up with a complete word or phrase. Write your answer on the paper. What do you think is the answer for this? It is the capacity to perform one's daily task without undue fatigue. So, meron na nakalagay. Ano kaya sa tingin nyo ang answer dito? Number 2, we have ability to perform a movement in one direction in the shortest period of time. Yan. Number 3, it refers to the maintenance of equilibrium while stationary or while moving. So, what do you think is the answer? Let's answer it. For the question number 1, the answer is physical fitness. For answer number 2, the answer is speed. And for the number 3, the answer is balance. If you get all correct, congratulations because you did a great job. If you got 2, that's okay. You can do more or best in the next time. And if you got 1, that's all okay because we will be having our discussion about the physical fitness. Our topic for today is about physical education 7. And the learning competencies number 1 undertakes physical activity and physical fitness assessments. Number 2, sets goals based on assessment results. And number 3, prepares an exercise program. For our objective, number 1, you need to identify the health and skills-related components of fitness. Number 2, perform the health-related fitness test. And number 3, make an individual fitness program wherein you can improve your fitness level, more specifically on components with low scores in physical fitness assessment form. Okay, can you compare the two pictures How can you describe them? So, what do you think? These pictures of physical and fit person. So you are correct. Those are the pictures of physically fit and physically unfit person. In this lesson, we will study physical fitness, its components and principles and exercise program designed to achieve personal fitness. But before that, let's define physically fit. A state of health and well-being, the general condition of your mind and body. While physically unfit, it is the reverse of it, not in good condition. Physical fitness is the body's ability of the muscle to function effectively and efficiently without undue fatigue in work and daily activities. There are 3 important factors to be considered for you to be physically fit. Number 1 is the ability to perform daily activity without getting tired or fatigued. These daily activities are: number 1, walking, shopping, going to market, doing household chores, going to school and participating in school or classroom activities. Number 2 is recreational activity, having personal time to do activities that an individual loves to do in spare time. After doing their normal daily routine, this activity is what we call leisure, that may include the following: dancing, reading books, listening to music, playing with your favorite sports, chatting and updating with your friends and relatives. And number 3 is meeting emergencies. Meeting emergencies are the unexpected events that need to use our strength and energy unexpectedly. These include: number 1, accident, participating in community services, illness, death in the family, solving issues with the family and community, and also calamities, landslide, earthquakes and floods, fires, etc. Those are the 3 important factors to be considered for you to be physically fit. And what is physical fitness test? And what are the components of the physical fitness? First, physical fitness test, or PFT, is a set of measures designed to determine a student's level of physical fitness, as you can see in there. And number 1, health-related components, which is fitness components that are prescribed to improve individuals' health. Those factors that are related to how well the system of your body works. It refers to the body condition. Letter A, body composition, the relative percentage of body fat compared to lean body mass, muscle, bone, water, and etc. This is how to compute our BMI using the metric measurements. First, you need to get your height. How can you get your height? By measuring it using tape measures or measuring materials. And also, you need to get your height by squared or by meter. So, when you get your height in meters, you need to square it para maging doble. Halimbawa, 1.71 yung nakuha ninyo times 1.75. So, that is equal to 3.06 meters squared. So, and also, you need to get your weight. When you get your weight, that is for example, you get 75 kilograms. So, in weight, you get kilograms, and in height, you get in meters. So, this is the computation. BMI equals weight over height, height meters squared. So, example, 75 for your weight and 3.06 because nag-times tayo ng 1.75 times 1.75. So the equivalent is 24.5. And how can you classify your weight status? Using this, we have WHO classification of weight status. For underweight, it's less than 18.5. Normal range, if you got 18.5 to 24.9. So you got 24.5, for example, so you are in a normal range. Overweight, if you got 25.0, that to 29.9. And you're obese, if you are above 30. Or, yes, 30. Or equal to 30. Obese class 1, if you got 30, 34.9. And obese class 2, you got 35.0 or 39.9. And obese class 3, if you got more than 40. So these are the equipment that you need. When you get your weight, the heaviness of lights of a person, equipment that you need to use is weighing or bathroom scale. For the procedure, for the performer, first, you need to wear light clothing before weighing. And on bare feet, stand erect and still with the weight evenly distributed on the center of the scale. For your partner, before the start of the weighing, adjust a scale to 0 point and record the score in kilograms. Scoring record body mass to the nearest 0.5 kilograms. For height, it is the distance between the feet on the floor to the top of the head in standing position. Equipment that you need to use is tape measure, laid or flat to a concrete wall. The 0 point start at the bottom of the floor. All square and even and firm floor and flat wall. So for the procedure, for the performer, stand erect on the bare feet with heels, buttocks, and shoulder pressed against the wall where the tape measure is attached. And for your partner, place the L square against the wall with the base at the top of the head of the person being tested. Make sure that the L square when placed on the head of the student is straight and parallel to the floor. Ask someone to look and record your height. Record the scores in meters. And letter B, record the scores in meters. For the scoring, record starting height to the nearest 0.1 centimeter, 1 meter, tandaan or reminder that 1 meter is equivalent to 100 centimeter. Next, we got flexibility. Flexibility is the ability of the joints and muscle to move through its full range of motion. To test your flexibility, we have a zipper test. The purpose of this test is to test the flexibility of the shoulder girdle. The equipment that you need is ruler. Procedure: for the performer, stand erect, raise your right arm, bend your elbow, and reach down across your back as possible. To test the right shoulder, extend your left arm down and behind your back and try to cross your fingers over those as you pull a zipper or scratch between the shoulder blades. Number 3, to test the shoulder or the left shoulder, repeat procedure A and B with the left hand over the left shoulder. For your partner, observe whether the finger touch or overlap each other. If not, measure the gap between the middle fingers of both hands. For number 2, record the distance in centimeter. For your scoring record in the distance to the nearest 0.1 centimeter. Let's check this video. And these are the standard scoring and interpretation of zipper test. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for score and the standard and interpretation. Next, we have the sit and reach. To test the flexibility of the lower and extremities, the equipment that you need to use is tape measure or meter stick, cardboard or paper. For the procedure for the performer, first, number 1, sit on the floor with back, head and shoulders flat on the wall, feet are 12 inches apart. Number 2, interlock thumbs and position the tip of the fingers on the floor without bending the elbows. Number 3, place hands on the top of the cardboard or paper. Start the test by pushing the cardboard or paper slowly and try to reach the farthest distance possible without bending the knees. Number 4, do it twice. For the partner, as the performer assumes the procedure, position the 0 point of the tape measures at the tip of the middle of your fingers. Number 2, see to it that the knees are not bent as you slide the farthest distance that you could. And number 3, record the farthest distance reached in centimeters. And these are the example videos for the sit and reach. Let's watch.
Second test is sit and reach. Purpose: to test the flexibility of the lower extremities, particularly the trunk. Equipment: tape measure or meter stick. Procedure: for the tester, A. Sit on the floor with back, head, and shoulders flat on the wall. Feet are 12 inches apart. B. Interlock thumbs and position the tip of the fingers on the floor without bending the elbows. C. After the partner has positioned the 0 point of the tape measure or meter stick at the top of the middle fingers, the tester starts the test by sliding the hand slowly forward without jerking, trying to reach the farthest distance possible without bending the knees. D. Bouncing or jerking movement is not allowed. E. Do it twice. Procedure for the partner: A. As the tester assumes the B procedure, position the 0 point of the tape measure at the tip of the middle fingers of the tester. B. See to it that the knees are not bent as the performer slides the farthest distance that he could. C. Record the farthest distance reached in centimeters.
And this is the criteria for the sit and reach. We have the score 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, the standard and interpretation. For the strength, it is the ability of the muscle to generate force against physical objects. For the push-ups, tasks should be done in the presence of the facilitator. As you can see in the picture, the boys are doing the push-ups. The purpose of this measurement or to measure the strength of upper extremities. The equipment that you need to use is exercise mat or any clean mat. Procedure for the performer: lie down on the mat, face down in the standard push-up position, palms on the mat about shoulder width fingers, pointing forward and legs straight, parallel and slightly apart with the toes supporting the heel. For the boys, straighten the arms, keeping the back and knees straight, lower the arms until there is a 90-degree angle at the elbow. Upper arms are parallel to the floor. For the girls, it is different for the boys. With the knees in contact with the floor, straighten the arms, keeping the back straight, then lower the arms until there is 90-degree angle at the elbow. Upper arms are parallel to the floor. Perform as many repetitions as possible, maintaining cadence of 20 push-ups per minute or 2 seconds going down and 1 second going up. Scoring records the number of push-ups made. Please watch this video for the push-ups.
The push-up fitness test measures upper body strength, endurance and trunk stability. A flat, clean cushioned surface or a gym mat is required to perform this test. A standard push-up begins with the hands and toes touching the floor. The body and legs should be in a straight line, feet slightly apart, the arms at shoulder width apart, extended and at a right angle to the body. Keeping the back and knees straight, the subject lowers the body to a predetermined point to touch some other object or until there is a 90-degree angle at the elbows. Then returns back to the starting position with the arms extended. When the participant is ready, the start timer option is tapped on the screen and the participant starts the push-ups. The action is repeated and the test continues until exhaustion or until they can do no more in rhythm. The number of correctly completed push-ups is recorded. For girls, the push-up technique is slightly modified with both the knees resting on the ground. Apart from this, everything else remains the same for girls as well.
And these are the standard interpretation and scoring or criteria for push-up for boys secondary. And this one in the lower part is the push-up girls for secondary. The scoring is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and standard and interpretation. For cardiovascular endurance, it is the ability of the heart, lungs, and blood vessel to deliver oxygen to working muscles and tissues, as well as the ability of those muscles and tissues to utilize the oxygen. Endurance may also refer to the ability of the muscle to do repeated work without fatigue. And these are the 3-minute step test. This test should be done in the presence of the facilitator. The purpose to measure cardiovascular endurance. And the equipment that you need to use is step height, 12 inches height, and stopwatch. For the procedure for the performer, number 1, position at least 1 foot away from the step or bench. Number 2, at the signal go, step up and down the step bench for 3 minutes at the rate of 24 steps per minute. One step consists of 4 beats, that is up with the left foot, count number 1, up with the right foot, count number 2, and down with the left, count number 3, down with the right foot, that is count number 4. After that, you need to immediately after the exercise, locate your pulse and count the pulse beat. Don't talk while taking the pulse beat. Count the pulse beat for 10 seconds. Multiply it by 6. Scoring records the 60-second heart rate after the activity. Please watch this video for the 3-minute step test.
Next will be the 3-minute step test. The purpose of these tests is to measure your cardiovascular endurance. In these tests, you need a step with a height of at least 12 inches and of course a stopwatch. Kindly follow the following procedure. Number 1. Stand at least 1 foot away from the step or bench, with trunk erect and eyes looking straight ahead. Second, the first step of the sequence should be alternate. At the signal go, step up and down the step or bench for 3 minutes at a rate of 96 beats per minute. One step consists of 4 beats. Up with the left foot, up with the right foot, down with the left foot, down with the right foot for the first sequence. Then, up with the right foot, up with the left foot, down with the right foot, down with the left foot for the second sequence. Observe proper breathing. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Immediately after the exercise, stand and locate your pulse in 5 seconds, or at a signal, start to get the heart rate. Don't talk while taking the pulse beat. And lastly, count the pulse beat for 10 seconds and multiply it by 6. Once you have the results, don't forget to write it in your physical fitness test scorecard. This is Sir Frank speaking. Have a great day, everyone.
For muscular endurance, it is the ability of the muscle group to continue muscle movement over a length of time. The skills-related components is the fitness components and the important for success in skills and skillful activities and athletic events. It refers to body performance. Under the skill-related components is the speed. It is the ability to perform a movement in one direction in the shortest period of time. For measuring the speed, we have 40-meter sprint. Test should be done in the presence of the facilitator. The purpose of this is to measure the running speed. The equipment that we need to use is stopwatch, running area with known measurement of 40 meter. Procedure: for the performer, at the signal ready, stand behind the takeoff. The tips of the shoes should not go beyond the line and assume a crouch position. Number 2, at the signal get set, assume an uncrouched position, bottoms up, with both hands on the starting line. And number 3, at the signal go, run to the finish line as fast as you can and stop once you cross the finish line. And number 4, set the stopwatch to 0 or 0 point. The time will start when you start to run and stop the clock when you cross the finish line. And number 6, Record time in the nearest 0.1 second. Scoring, record the time in the nearest minutes and seconds. Please watch this video for the 40-meter sprint.
Under physical fitness test is the skills-related fitness. Speed is the ability to perform a movement in one direction in the shortest period of time. 40-meter sprint. Purpose: to measure running speed. Equipment: stopwatch and running area with known measurement of 40 meters. Procedure for the tester: A. At the signal ready, stand behind the takeoff line. The tips of the shoes should not go beyond the line and assume a crouch position. B. At the signal get set, assume an uncrouched position, buttocks up, with both hands on the straight line. C. At the signal go, run to the finish line as fast as you can. Procedure for the partner: A. Set the stopwatch to 0 point. B. At the signal go, start the watch and stop it as the performer cross the finish line. C. Record time in the nearest 0.001 seconds. Scoring: record the time in nearest minutes and seconds.
And these are the criteria for the 40-meter sprint. We have the standard normal in seconds, boys and girls, age, excellent, very good, good, fair, and needs, improvement. Agility is the ability to move in different directions quickly using a combination of balance, coordination, speed, strength, and endurance. For the agility test, we have hexagon agility test. This test should be done in the presence of the facilitator. The purpose of this is to measure the ability of the body to move in different directions quickly. Equipment that you need to use is first, tape measure, stopwatch, chalk or masking tape hexagon size. Length of each side is 24 inches or 60.5 centimeter. Each angle is 120 degrees. For the procedure, number 1, stand with both feet together inside hexagon facing the march starting side. Number 2, using the ball of your feet with arms bent in front, jump clockwise over the line, and then back over the same line inside the hexagon. Continue the pattern with all the sides of the hexagon. And number 3, rest for 1 minute. Number 4, repeat the test counterclockwise. And number 5, record the time of each revolution. And number 6, restart the test if you jump on the wrong side or step on the line. And number 7, scoring at the time of the 2 revolutions and divide by 2 to get the average. Let's watch this video for the hexagon agility test.
Hexagon agility test. For the performer, stand with both feet together inside the hexagon facing the marked starting side. At the signal go, using the ball of the feet with arms bent in front, Jump clockwise over the light, then back over the same light inside the hexagon. Continue the pattern with all the sides of the hexagon. Rest for 1 minute. Repeat the test counterclockwise. For the partner, start the time at the signal go and stop once the performer reached the side before the side where he or she started. Record the time of each revolution. Restart the test if the performer jumps on the wrong side or steps on the line. Scoring. Add the time of the 2 revolutions and divide by 2 to get the average. Record the time in the nearest minutes and seconds.
And these are the hexagon agility test criteria. For the scoring, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, the standard and interpretation. Reaction time. It is the amount of the time it takes to get moving or to respond to a stimulus. We have the stick drop test. The purpose of this test is to measure the time to respond to a stimulus. The equipment that you need is 24-inch plastic ruler or stick, armchair or table and chair. Procedure: first, set or sit on an armchair or chair next to the table so that the elbow and the lower arm rest on the desk table comfortably. Number 2, place the heel of the hand on the desk table so that only fingers and thumb extend beyond. Number 3, catch the ruler stick with the thumb and index finger without lifting the elbow from the desk table. Number 4, do this thrice. Number 5, let someone drop the stick at the top, allowing dangling between the thumb and fingers of the performer. Number 6, hold the ruler stick so that the 24-inch mark in even thumb and the index finger, low part of the hand of the performer should touch the ruler stick. Number 7, drop the ruler stick without warning and let the performer watch it with the thumb and index finger. Number 8, scoring. Record the middle of the 3 scores. For example, if the score is 21, 18, and 19, the middle score is 19. And case there are 2 scores are the same, for example, 18, 18, 25, the repeated score shall be recorded. So let's watch this video for the stick drop test.
Stick drop test. To measure the time to respond to a stimulus. 12-inch ruler or stick. Armchair or table and chair. For the tester, sit on the chair next to the table so that the elbow and the lower arm rests on the table comfortably so that only the fingers and the thumb extend beyond. Fingers and thumb should at least be 1 inch apart. Catch the ruler or stick with the thumb and index finger without lifting the elbow from the table as the partner drops the stick. Hold the stick while the partner reads the measurement. Repeat the procedures thrice. For the partner, stay at the back of the tester. Hold the ruler or stick at the top, allowing it to dangle between the thumb and fingers of the performer. Hold the ruler or stick so that the 12-inch mark is even between the thumb and index finger. No part of the hand of the performer should touch the ruler or stick. Drop the ruler or stick without warning and let the tester catch it with his or her thumb and index finger. Record the score on the upper part of the thumb. Record the middle of the three scores. For example, 21, 18, and 19. The middle score is 19 in case where the two scores are the same. For example, 18, 18, and 25. The repeated scores shall be recorded.
And these are the criteria for stick drop test. We have the scores 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, standard, and interpretation. For the coordination, it is the ability to use the senses with the body to perform motor tasks smoothly and accurate. We have juggling. The purpose of this is to measure the coordination of the eye and hand. Equipment that you need to use is sipa washer with straw, 20 pieces, bundle rubber bands, crumpled paper, and any local materials. And the procedure, heat the sipa rubber band, similar local materials alternately with the right and left palm upward, and the height of the material being tossed should be at least above the head. Count how many times you hit the material with the right and left hand. Number 3, stop the test if the materials drop. Number 4, scoring. Record the number of the hits has done. And let's watch the juggling.
Coordination. It is the ability to use the senses with the body parts to perform motor tasks smoothly and accurately. The next test is juggling. Purpose: to measure the coordination of the eye and hand. Equipment: sipa, washer weighing 4 grams with 5 inches straw or 20 pieces bundled rubber bands, any similar local materials weighing 4 grams. Procedure for the tester: hit the sipa or rubber band or the similar local material alternately with the right and left palm upward. The height of the material being tossed should be at least above the head. Procedure for the partner: A. Count how many times the performer has hit the material with the right and left hand. B. Stop the test if the material drops or after 2 minutes. C. There shall be 3 trials. Scoring: record the highest number of hits the performer has done.
And these are the standard interpretation and scoring for juggling. Next, we have the balance. The balance is the ability to maintain an upright posture or equilibrium while stationary or moving. We have the Stork Balance Standard Test. The purpose of this test is to assess one's ability to maintain equilibrium. All you need is the equipment, flat, non-slip surface, and stopwatch. The procedure that you need is number 1, remove the shoes and place hands on the hips. Number 2, position the right foot against the inside knee of the left foot. And number 3, raise the left heel to balance on the ball of the foot. And number 4, do the same procedure with an opposite foot. And number 5, start the time as the heel of the performer is raised off floor. And number 6, stop the time if any of the following occurs. Number 1, the hands comes off the hips. The supporting foot swivels or moves hops in any directions. And the non-supporting foot loses contact with the knees, and the heel of the supporting foot touches the floor. Number 7, the scoring records at the time taken on both feet in the nearest seconds. And these are, or let's watch this video for the stork balance and standard test.
Balance is the maintenance of equilibrium while stationary or while moving. Stork balance stand test. Purpose: to assess one's ability to maintain equilibrium. Equipment: flat or non-slip surface and stopwatch. Procedure for the tester: remove the shoes and place hands on the hips. Next, position the right foot on the side of the knee of the left foot. Then, raise the left heel to balance on the ball of the foot. The last, do the same procedure with the opposite foot. Procedure for the partner: we have start the time as the heel of the performer is raised off the floor. Next, stop the time if any of the following occurs. The hand or the hands come off the hips. The supporting foot swivels or moves, hops in any direction. The non-supporting foot loses contact with the knee. The heel of the supporting foot touches the floor. And the last, there shall be 3 trials. Scoring: record the time taken on both feet in nearest seconds and divide the score to 2 to get the average percentage score.
And these are the criteria for stork balance standard test. We have the score based on age, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the interpretation. Next, we have the power. The power is the ability to perform one maximum effort in the shortest possible time. It is the product of both strength and speed. And this one is the standing long jump. The test should be done in the presence of the facilitator. And the purpose of this is to measure the explosive strength and power of the leg muscle. The equipment that you need to use is first, tape measure, meter stick, or any measuring device. Procedure number 1, stand behind the takeoff line with the feet parallel to each other. The tips of the shoes should not go beyond the line. Bend the knees and swing arms backward once, then swing arm forward as you jump as far as you can. Number 3, do not control the momentum of the jump. Continuously move forward. Number 4, perform the test twice in succession. And number 5, place 0 point at the tape measure at the takeoff line. And number 6, after the jump, spot the mark where the back of the heel or either of your feet has landed nearest to the takeoff line. And number 7, record the distance of the 2 trials. And number 8, scoring record the best distance in meter to the nearest 0.1 centimeter. And let's watch for the standing long jump tutorial.
Hi, welcome to Physical Education Videos for All. Today, we're going to do physical fitness test for power. Power is the ability of the muscle to transfer energy and release maximum force at a fast rate. To test power, we need to do standing long jump. Standing long jump. The purpose of this test is to measure the strength and power of our leg muscles. To do this, we need a tape measure. To do standing long jump, first, stand behind the takeoff line with feet parallel to each other. The tips of the shoes should not go beyond the line. Bend knees and swing arms backward once. Then swing arms forward as you jump, landing on both feet. Try to jump as far as you can. Do not control the momentum of the jump. Must land on both feet. Perform the test twice in succession. For the partner or facilitator, place 0 point of the tape measure at the takeoff line. After the jump, spot the mark where the back of the heel of either feet of the tester has landed nearest to the takeoff line. Record the distance of the two trials. This is the scoring for standing long jump. And that's all for power. See you again next time.
And these are the criteria for the standing long jump. The scores 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the interpretation excellent, very good, good, fair, and needs improvement. How can we achieve physical fitness? To find the answer, give a specific word which relates to the pictures. What do you think is the answer for this? Correct or proper nutrition. This is the correct or proper nutrition. This one, what do you think is the answer? Yes, this is hygiene or proper hygiene. This one. Yes, it's rest. And this one. This is exercise. Very good, students. Physical fitness is generally achieved through correct nutrition, exercise, hygiene, and rest. Exercise, it is a type of physical activity carried out to sustain or improve health and fitness. And what are the important benefits of exercise? First is increased energy. By working out on a regular basis, your body becomes more efficient at burning calories. This gives you more energy throughout the day. And also, increased metabolism. Increased physical activity through working out leads to more muscle mass, which in itself leads to a higher metabolism. As per some studies, every extra pound of muscle allows you to burn anywhere from 50 to 100 calories when at your rest. And also, improve muscle tone. Physical activity, especially weight training, allows you to change the shape of your body. Since muscle is denser than fat, one can get bigger or smaller by gaining more muscle mass. Also, the benefits of exercise is better health. Increased exercising leads to a strengthening of the immune system, which means that one is less likely to get sick when exercising. The right amount, on the other hand, over-exercising can weaken your immune system and make you sick. And also, stress reduction. Stress levels are reduced extensively by regular workouts. They allow the individual to take their mind off the daily grind and use pent-up energies for productive purposes. And also improve self-esteem. When following an exercise regimen for a regular basis, you bring about greater self-esteem through the results and accomplishments achieved. Those are the benefits of the exercise. For our assessments, let's do this on your tablet paper, or you need to get your paper and pen and answer the following. Which of the exercises were easy to perform? And number 2, did I persevere in performing those exercises which I found to be difficult? And number 3, am I confident in doing this exercise on my own? Why or why not? You can pass your tablet paper or paper through our messenger or in a Google link. An acknowledgement for the references used, photos or video clips, and for those who have made module last learning activity sheet in Mapeh 7th grade in first quarter. Corvin et al. Fitness for Life 6th edition web results codes, Human Kinetics and employee-owned company in those links. Thank you so much, and Physical Education and Health 7 Learning Manual Melks. Thank you and good day. Thank you for listening. My name again is Mary Rose Rieselin J. Capisonda, teacher in Mapeh 7. Goodbye!
Audio preview.